Well, this morning for Hot Fudge Sunday, we're focusing on the doors. This is how you get in and out of the church. And today we talked about faith. We talked about faith as being a simple trust and something that is of vital importance for any lasting relationship. We talked about the fact that there are many of us who are simply in the faith. We've come in through the doors, but we're not people who have faith. Use the comparison of a trip to the farmer's market. I had this experience happen to me the other day. I went to the farmer's market with my wife and we picked up sweet potatoes and celery and tomatoes and cabbage and lettuce and spinach, and we picked up all of the fruits and vegetables. We picked up apples and strawberries that we would need for the week. And I shared about how awesome it felt to buy all that healthy food. I didn't even have a problem handing over my card and paying for it. And as I was pushing the buggy out to my car, I was feeling so good about myself. I was walking on cloud nine. I was like, look how healthy I am. Look how healthy I am. I'm a healthy person. I'm even healthier now. And then I realized as I was putting the stuff into my trunk that just going into the farmer's market and buying healthy food doesn't make me healthy. I have to actually eat the food and eat it in a proper way so that I would be healthy. And I associated that with church. Many times that's what we do. We go to church and we have a wonderful worship experience and we feel so good, and in essence we're walking on cloud nine, and we walk out of church and we're just so glad we did that and we were feeling so good. But going to church and experiencing a wonderful worship experience doesn't make you a person of faith. What you do outside those doors, what you do in your daily life, what you do, as it's been said, when no one is watching, it's what truly demonstrates your faith. I wish I had $1 for every single time someone has come up to me over the last 20 years of ministry and said, Pastor, I just love coming to church. It makes me feel so good and puts a pep in my step, and I'm just so glad that I came. I think from this point forward, once someone says that to me, I'm going to say, well, now what are you going to do with it? Because going to church is a good first step. Just like going to the farmer's market and buying the vegetables are a good first step. But you won't become healthier if you don't eat the vegetables and the fruit in the right way. Just as you won't become stronger in your faith if you don't put it into practice in your daily life. So today, that's why we're focusing on the doors. Because too many of us are simply people who are in the faith. We come through the doors every single week. We find our seat in the theater, and we observe and participate in a wonderful show, and it moves us emotionally, it moves us spiritually. But then we go back out those doors and we get into our cars and we drive away, and it makes absolutely no difference whatsoever in our daily lives. That's like me leaving the farmer's market and allowing the fruits and vegetables to rot in my trunk. I might think I'm healthier for buying them, but until I actually eat them, I'm no healthier. You might think that you're a person of faith, when really, in fact, you're just a person who is in the faith. You go to church, you go through the motions, but it doesn't affect your daily life. When you go through the doors, you don't change. Well, that's your challenge for this week, is to change. Don't just be a person in the faith. Be a person who has faith. I hope you have a great week, or should I say, I hope this week has a great you, and that you are growing in your faith, that you are growing in that simple trust in Jesus. And may all of our churches be filled with people who have faith, not just be filled with people in the faith. We'll see you next week.